Hello, welcome to the behind the scenes chat for RNI special. That was bad. My throat's killing me from singing those songs. I'll tell you about them later. RNI special is the coolest fucking thing I ever could have made. I love it so much. I love everything about it. So I'll tell you everything about it while we skim through it. So the part in the movie, well, here, let's just start. So originally in the montage, I was gonna find a punk rock band and use their song. I tried that one other time, and it just took too long. And then he was like, "Get me back in a week because I'll probably forget." And I was like, "Ah, never mind." So I was gonna do that again this time, and I was like, "What? My guitar? I've had this thing since I was like 15 years old. It's been sitting over here, and I feel like it fucking haunts me. Like play, like, and I always want to make music, but I don't have like a north star. I was like, I don't. What am I gonna make a fucking album about? What? Like I don't know." So when I decided to do the music myself, that changed fucking everything in the movie. Because I was like, I'm doing every sound that you hear myself. So it starts with Are You Ready? That was actually, I put that in last minute because I was watching a video on YouTube about Degeneration X. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. Because the colors kind of match. I was like, yeah, it's green. So I did that literally just because of DX. Oh, also, yeah, the speakers are blowing out, so you can't really. But that's the guitar. And then the quote that I scream, the I'm Not Immune by Rumi, the poet. I say the quote, and then I add, like, what do I. Oh, blood. Yeah, so originally we were just going to have that quote on the screen or something. I don't know. That was just what I had written down. So when I decided to do the music and everything myself, I was like, oh, perfect. I'm like, I'll just fucking scream it, do a sick pick slide, and then come up with a riff. And that's what I did. And then I didn't have any. It was still black, and I was like, I don't know what to do. There was a part in the movie and one of the video diary things that I cut out, but I had the camera really close, and I'm like, watch my mouth, like, listen to what I'm saying. So instead, I kind of just did that. That's why it's up close into my mouth like that. Um, so, so this was fucking cool. That was done literally right there in my living room. I called that at work one day, and I shot that in the morning. So that's a UFO. For any diehard UFO people out there that are really into it, give me a break. I know that UFOs don't have right angles, from what people have said. I've never been in one, so it's a fucking movie. So don't give me shit about that. But this is cool. I ended up using the effect because it's a fucking UFO and it's an alien movie, so I make it look fucking cool in space and shit. Plus the fucking tattoos look gnarly. So this part right here. So what you can see, that's literally right outside fucking there. What I say right here in this, that's completely 100% true. Exactly, like everything I say is exactly what happened outside right there in 2015. I want to say I've been sitting on this too ever since it happened. I was just like, that was weird. And my neighbor that saw it with me ended up moving, and then I ran into him like 3 years ago at Weiss. I was self checkouting, and I hear, "Hey neighbor," and I turn around. I'm like, "Oh shit, Dooner, what's up?" And the first thing he said to me was, "Remember that bubble?" And I was like, "I know. What the fuck was that?" And so it's always been in my head. And then when I decided after Art House Loser, when I was thinking of a movie, I thought of that story again. I'm like, what happened? Said, well, let's fucking make something out of it then. This is what I made out of this little thing. So I guess that's why I said this is based on a true story. Is that what it would be based on a true event, based on a true story? Because that happened, then it's all wild all over the place after that. Oh yeah, and so all the diary footage, I shot on this Sony Handycam. My dad gave it to me. It was his. He was getting rid of shit. I have all these cameras over here, so I decided I wanted to use my mini DV one because I like it. It's fuzzier looking, but every time you use the tape, it's a fucking pain in the ass. So I was like, let me just go with this. There's no fucking tapes. I don't have to worry about it being, because when I used to do the West David shit with the mini DV camera, fucking the tapes would be fucked up. So we go from here to the fucking cave. So this is for anybody that lives near me in Jersey-ish. That's the inside. Ghost Lake. That's the cave right on Ghost Lake. This is all Ghost Lake. I was actually creeped out to go inside there and crawl. It actually looks like I'm further in than I'm not, because I shot. Oh yeah, I shot it all on the GoPro again. The GoPro Hero 7. The whole thing I shot on wide. I never shot it on wide before. Funny story about this. You can't even see it there either. It's like the sun's shining on my body because. Oh, like that. Okay. Before I started shooting, I sat there. My pants have fake blood all over them already. I put baby oil all over me to look like I was abducted by a UFO or something. It was slimy. I don't know. When I come out, you can't even. I look dry, and I'm fucking in person. You could slide me down the fucking hill. And then the pants, I guess, because I made it brighter in the effect or whatever, you don't even see the blood. So I had to change how I open the interrogation part, because it was originally like, why were you covered in blood running around Ghost Lake? And it's like, oh shit, you can't even see the blood. I had blood on my hands, but I guess the baby oil took it off. So it was like that. Like once I watched the footage back, I was like, oh fuck, do I have to redo that? And I did this at like 6 in the morning. Some dude was fishing right down there. But I kept the sound out of this until and then I bring the sound in. I did a bunch of these like slow pushing things for, I don't know, everything I do is shot on a tripod that it annoys me now. So it's like I want more moving stuff. So the first thing you're hit with is me playing music. This was just a normal guitar sound, and then I fucked with it. It sounds like a horn going off. I actually always forget what I say there. It's run, 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 run from your demons for the rest of your fucking life. But here's a fun fact, because I noticed this the last time I watched it. When you get to right here, you can see I have dry fake blood on my chest and my pants. You can see it too. So I don't know why it didn't. It must have just the lighting, because I'll use natural lighting. The shot of the Hackazone building. The first time my mom had to pick me up from there, I was 17. Fucking traffic codes, man. So this is the interrogation room. So I got the idea of how to do this when I shot Cringe, Shriek, Bleed. I had to do like a room, like a psych ward little room, like an office type thing. And I went to Home Depot and saw the insulation shit. I was like, oh, that could work. So I did it. I made it bigger. So yeah, then you turn these around and it's the UFO side. It's got that foil. So that was done right in my fucking living room right there too. And I added this, made it really great. I just wanted the look of this movie was so important. The Art House Loser, I was so fucking trying to get the perfect look I wanted, which I kind of did for what I was trying to do there. In this one, I had a completely, I wanted to look like a fucking movie. Like, and I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, I'm shooting on one GoPro, and this is literally the other camera I use in making this fucking movie. There's fucking blood all over this shit still, dry blood everywhere. So we do the interrogation scene. Ooh, how I had this edited. So obviously that's me saying that. I did it through GarageBand, and I did it on like the megaphone thing, and then I slowed it down a little bit so it doesn't quite sound like me. But I originally had this, everything I say, I had the audio doubled and a little bit off, so it was echoey. That was cool for about 3 days, and then I was watching it back, I'm like, this is the most annoying fucking thing, so I scrapped that, thank God. Because yeah, it would get really fucking annoying. But This was a pain in the dick. This was one of the first times when I was shooting this. I was like doing, because I would do my lines and then say the cops' lines in my head that I would say, and then do mine so I can kind of just put them in. I was like, I'm the worst actor in the entire world. I was like, it's so hard. You know, what am I doing? What the fuck? Like, how am I supposed to? Because I was so like, how is he gonna be? Like, is he happy? Is he sad? Because he knows what he's gonna do. Like, it was so fucking hard. And then I did this for like 2 hours. The amount of raw footage I have for this scene alone is fucking annoying. Editing it was a pain in the ass. But in the whole point too, yeah, I'm wiping off the fucking baby oil that's supposed to be slime that you can't see. And then the cop brings up blood on your hands and stuff that you don't fucking. I was gonna dye my hair green for the movie, and then I decided not to and keep it blonde. Then I decided to do green after the movie. But yeah, so then when I wrote so Art House Loser came out in October 13th of 2023. By December 11th of 2023, I pretty much had the script written for this. This movie flowed. Like, it was like fucking. Did you ever see that movie Angels in the Outfield, where the guy goes to make and the angel like helps him? That's how it felt. It was like somebody whispering in my ear ideas and like it's just flowing. So I had it. I didn't start shooting until fucking June. So I mean, it was like 6 months of just thinking about it and making sure like. So when I was thinking, I was like, how do I want to do this? I incorporated the video diary thing because I love the way that shit looks. I love old cameras. I don't need 4K, Blu-ray, HD, whatever the fuck it is. I like this shit so much. So the first thing I filmed for the movie itself, I think, was going outside and telling that story about what happened because that was easy. And then I did all of the diary footage because I shoot in order. But since there's flashbacks, I had to make sure like I do that first before there's blood on something. I feel like I'm not looking at the camera enough, but the camera's kind of low. This is my Galactic Ass Eater of St. Louis Obispo shirt because I couldn't fit the S. Oh yeah, and that is a fake fucking piercing in my nose. I always wanted to get it done, but it seems like everybody has it fucking done. But then when I was doing the movie, I was like, I feel like I need another piercing. So I bought the magnet one online that you put in. I mean, it looks fine. It actually fucking starts to hurt after like 10 minutes though. You're like, it's just in there. You're like, it's just clenching into your fucking nose. You'd rather just have a hole and something slide through it. But yeah, that was fake, and that was a son of a bitch. Multiple times filmed stuff that had close-ups and realized I forgot to put that in, and it was just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I got to do that all over again. So it was a fucking nightmare. The only thing good is when I was wearing the mask, I didn't have to have it on. So yeah, we go into this. So the idea to have the middle finger on the wall, the set design, let's get into that in this room, because the middle finger light up on the wall is epic. Right here in my room, all those posters are stuff taken by me from my projects. Like that one of the body hanging from the tree in the bag, that's from the West David tapes. I remember filming that and I took a picture of it, and that's from the burning of Warren County. The other one is just a photo I took, the artsy photo. The other one's just an artsy thing. That's the Will Grove. Down here is the stalking penis. There's another West David one over there. Blue, I painted the room blue for this one. The room was still pink from Jessica Kills. So I painted it blue. That's what my bedroom in my parents' house used to look like, actually. And it matched the sheets I have that are blue. So blue just became a thing. I'm wearing an Art House Loser hat. The middle finger, I did a painting of a middle finger. And I was looking at it, and then I was looking at the wall because I was like, do I keep the lights everywhere like they were? I shouldn't. And I was like, I could outline, if I do that with the middle finger, it might look like a middle finger on the wall with the lights, which it kind of did. But then I just painted over it too with black, just to outline, so it actually done, then painted in like lines, like your knuckle lines and shit. But I was like, it's perfect for the movie. Like all this shit fell into place. it's hard to, I can't hear it. Is when like doing a scene like this, I'm like, well, what does it sound like? I fell in love with on GarageBand. My laptop's so old, it's so outdated. I have all the old shit, but on GarageBand, the one guitar sound through the amp is the sitar. Like, oh, I fell in love with that fucking sound. I used it on all the new Galactic Gas Eater songs I released too. But I think I was using that here. But I would on a lot of the things like, let's say I would play the guitar through the '80s goth amp, which I absolutely love too. That's the other one I use on all the songs. But then I'll take that and then I'll copy it and then play it through whatever other amp and have them over top of each other so it's double. But like that's what I was doing a lot of, is just overlapping shit and playing them playing the same sounds through different amps. Just fun. I literally sat in my kitchen with that guitar, just watching it, and then just kind of fucking around, and then coming up like that was cool. I love the oh there you that's that poster right there with the skull. That's that fucking thing right there. I put it on the ground, took a picture of it, and then just like edited it on Instagram and made that. That's so everything rots. Check it out on YouTube. It fucking rules. I have to say this. So, first off, that shirt I'm putting on, I've had since 2007. It's from this band Sound the Alarm. I'm friends with. I used to work with them. I love that shirt. Cause no, I love that color. It's blue. That's why I used it too. Because it was that blue. The guitar's fucking like that blue, Daphne blue, whatever. All light blue. I love that color. But the quote I say here, I will not apologize for my manly physique. I did not come up with that. That is a Chris Pontius from Jackass quote from a story. I guess he was all fucked up on a plane, and he tried to get off the plane, and he took his shirt off while they were still flying, and they were like, "Sir," yes, and he's like, "I'm not going to apologize for me." I've always thought of that. It just makes me laugh. Like, so I stole that line literally. But shout out to Chris. Oh, this part too. Um, the fucking crow coming through the window. So foreshadowing. I don't want to play with fire because I don't want to get burned. But the crow coming through the fucking window. First off, it was originally supposed to be a bat. I bought a toy bat and it was just hard plastic bat that stuck out, and I was like, well, I can't fucking use that. So I bought this crow, which looks legit, two wings that kind of stick in. The fake glass I bought from a place in California. I literally can't. New Rule, I think it is. They only have a certain size that they'll ship, big enough. I have these windows that like it's 10 by 31, and that was 14 by 24. So that's why the camera I have and zoomed in, because like the fake glass ends right there. So I put it in, I get it in there right, and I was like, oh, I should move it a little bit more. So I go to move it, and it fucking cracks right there. So that's why the crow comes right through the fucking one part, because it was already broken too right there. I was so pissed. But I went outside and I just threw it through. And, oh, that fucking pissed me off so bad when I broke that. I had that fake glass in the box still sitting in my apartment probably for a month before I shot, just being like, please, for the love of God, don't break. Because when I shot Art House Loser, I said this on the other one probably, I had fake bottles that I threw, and in the middle of the night, Lemmy knocked 3 of them over out of the 6 and broke them all. Yeah, like the middle finger looks so sick. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I have that baby I painted, and it looks like Gigi Allen, because this guy would be a Gigi Allen fan. And first, I was introduced to fucking pants for real though, in this outfit. Jesus Christ, that's fucking rock and roll right there. So I shot this on a different day because it didn't look good. Because originally I just used the fake glass that broke. So this fake glass is rubber that I've had for like 2 years now that I never used for anything. And the sound you hear is from the original time I did it on the other glass. So I just used the sound on this. But I think this looks like I love the way it looks, just fuzzy and grainy and fucking the blood. I had to reshoot this stuff with the water so many times. When I thought I got it right, I realized you could see the red light of the no, it was you could just see the camera in the fucking reflection. I didn't realize, so I had to go back again and try. I was blowing it with a straw, the water. I always want to make the lights flicker while I'm in the shot, but I can't fucking do that by myself, so I can't do that. This shot, I don't know why I came up with this. It seemed right. All the stuff turns on. This stuff, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like, I don't know. The closets, they're in the closet. Is there a UFO in the fucking closet? What's this with the light? Like, oh, it's a fucking movie. Fuck it. But I forgot. Oh no, we didn't go to. We go back to the interrogation. I'll get to that then. Because I have this slime I bought. It's like Elmer's goo slime that looks slimy, but man, that shit is sticky. You know, I will get to why I'm saying that. I love whatever I was doing here. I couldn't replay this shit if I tried. Like, this came out. I had this in my head just like this, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" It actually like came out like I planned it. And this shot of me getting thrown out, that wasn't planned, but that ended up working. I took out a whole different part because of that, because I wasn't planning. That wasn't supposed to be how it was. I just think this is fucking epic. That is actually the alien. I put the camera on the ceiling and I got in the ground and I just held the alien and I just pushed him out to make. So I was like, whatever it looks like I'm using because it's literally the fucking alien. So you can't say it was me or something. So that was rad. So we got more interrogation, the UFO to show. Like, I don't even fucking remember. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, because he ate him. Because he throws up the finger. But it's just showing that like he already knows he wants what we could have worked together, but oh this right here. So the scene of me in the UFO, like you can, you can see there's goo all over me, kind of, but the effects take it away. I took that goo and I couldn't get that shit out of my fucking hair. Couldn't get it out of my fucking beard. I was like, do I have to fucking cut my hair? I was like, do I have to shave my fucking head because I can't get this shit out and cut my facial hair? I just sat in the shower, like take a shower, get out, call me, like take another shower, take another shower. Just kept doing it for days. I would pull out clumps. It was like boogers in my fucking hair. I will say, man, this effect though in the UFO stuff makes the tattoos look fucking cool. So the diary footage of me out after that, the idea of using the microphone and the speaker was never written. That was on the fly because I was like, well, if I'm already doing the music and shit and I'm singing, and I kind of knew how I was gonna have in the montage me performing the song. I was like, well, fuck it. When he's doing these, just because, like, fuck it, like he's trying to garner your attention. So like, use a microphone. Like if you were outside on the streets, fucking preaching. So yeah, there's a whole backstory with his dad and his family, what happened. He ate his mom. I always use my parents as a part of the story and stuff. It's easy because like I have photos with them. So if I want to like my parents, I can show a picture of me and my fucking parents, like of me and like all those pictures in the background of me as a baby, my mom holding me. It just helps. But my dad, this is like the second movie. My dad's been like a bad motherfucker in it, so maybe he'll be a good person in the next one. Oh yeah. One of the hardest things was what is it going to sound like when the aliens are zapping his brain when you do hear it? That took me a while. Here we go. The first, so that shot is awesome of me walking behind it in the shadow, coming over it. Because I literally from it was I copied the idea of the alien in the closet. I was like, I want to do a shot like that for my character. So I did. I think the dummy in the body looks fucking great, actually. Like that was the only one of them. I'm like, that's perfect. The one I throw the baseball at too. The wig, the male wig I bought was fucking dope. But yeah, so this is how it's so. This one shot a little bit differently because I didn't realize I wrote the lights into this. Like when you see him going doon 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 in the story, you could be like, he's trying to garner energy, like more energy around the electricity. They can communicate through lights, like whatever you want to go with. In reality, I was not trying to light an outside scene and not like it would have sucked. I couldn't do that. So I was like, I'm fucking putting the lights in the fucking scene, so it's easier. So I'm not trying to hide them in their shot. Like they're in the fucking movie. He set them up there. I think the outfit is fucking. I think I'm pretty good at picking out outfits now for my movies because I think this one's fucking dope. This is where it felt like an '80s slasher to me for a second. The shot of me coming up with the axe and then going and you get the shot from the stomach and then you come up and it's me pulling out. Like I think that was so fuck. I had that in my head before when I was thinking about how I'm gonna shoot it. Like what was I gonna do here? Yeah, the way the axe comes down and the guitar sound and shit. Then I was like, when I thought of it, I was yeah, that's exactly what you see is it's gonna do that. Go black. The camera doesn't move, and then I come up and he's looking and you start pulling out the. I put blood all over those things too, and it looks like I have such a problem with fucking blood in this movie. But and then when I did this, I had no idea what I'm the spinning and the double, the black. That's one of those things that you call like a happy accident in editing. When I was just fucking around, and I was like, "That's cool." It the only part, the destiny, the destiny, destiny. Don't you? That wasn't written. I say destiny like this is destiny here. So that's why I decided I just came up with that, like doing like this little fucking punk rock thing, and it was like, oh, that works. That's my platoon shot. If anybody remembers Platoon, Elias looks just like Platoon. This one's more green than the other because when I did the other outside shots, when I moved the camera, I made sure the one light that always behind the camera, I moved with the camera. When I did these things, I didn't do that. So like, it was a little. I had to go a little funkier with some things. But I just think it's epic. And this, like, you see it multiple times. Me throwing up this black shit. That's just paint I paint with that I get from Walmart. I was like, fuck it, just put it in my mouth hole and throw it out. I just sit there and rinse my mouth out for fucking like spit, spit, just keep spitting this black shit. Probably still had to shoot for another hour before I could even really go home and brush my teeth and stuff. So I'm swallowing this shit. But I loved it. I had the idea. I'm like, when he drops the intestines, go around his neck, so they're just there, and they look good. I should have wrote down some of the people I bought this shit from on Etsy, but some of the shit I've had forever, so I don't even remember. But people make cool shit on Etsy. If you want movie props, like support them. I always buy. I bought so much props for the original montage idea from people on Etsy that I scrapped the whole original idea. So I have so much shit now that I haven't even used yet. So we go, and the reason why I'll just fucking say it, when he's talking here, and we keep cutting back the shots to the body with the intestines. I did get a shot of that because I wanted to see it because you don't really see it. I paid money for that shit. You might as well get a cool shot. But also because I go back and forth because when I'm moving, like I said with the lighting, I didn't learn. When I get a certain way, the whole GoPro mic is shadowed on my face. So when you see the body, that's because right then there's a shadow on my face. And I was like, do I have to fucking reshoot that? I loved it. I thought like everything, just the way the black is on my face, everything looked perfect. The way the mask was pulled up and just sitting on my head. I was like, I'm never gonna be able to recreate that. I do love all the bugs in the background flying around. So this is where we find out that he's a cannibal and he's eating the bodies to get rid of them. And we find out the real story that his dad killed his mom and fed him the meat. and then killed his dad, pretty much. And then they didn't find his dad's body because he ate him. Oh, this. I thought this. I thought of this because I knew I wanted them to communicate like more souls. So how they do, because I mixed like alien UFO stuff and like haunted ghost stuff that could happen. Like, cause I'm like, it's all fucking the same. It seems like who knows what it really is. So when they say like the more and it's like blood, you put a bucket there and it's catching. So listen, I love the toilet coming up, the toilet seat coming up. Just me. That's a whole gallon of just fake blood. I just fucking dumped down the toilet. I still have. I still have a bunch left though. And the transition of going into the room, I thought of that when I was doing these. I was like, oh, that would be fucking cool. Because I like doing cool shit like that. If it's just a scene going from one to the other, like, that's cool, I think. And that looks dope, though. I painted more on my ceiling and everywhere in the room with red paint. And then I filled up a spray bottle with fake blood, and I would just spray it all so it looked like that. I thought it would drip more, though. I thought they would drip more. And it didn't, which was very disappointing. So I had to get like one shot of a drip. And then the second kill, this is the coolest thing. When I shot this and before I did the music of me just walking, I was like, I just started playing. I was like, that's it. I was like, it's so fucking cool. And in the eyes, it looks like you look like you're coming out of the fucking the blood on the face. Hitting that, I had a Ziploc bag taped to the face with duct tape holding it up, and then I was about to do it, and I was like, hold on. I opened the Ziploc bag so it would spray more. Also, when I was shooting this, when I wore the alien mask, I couldn't wear my fucking glasses because you can't wear them, so I would have to take them off. So I'm looking at it from distance. I'm like, all right, I come up like right there. I couldn't fucking really see, and then it's hot, and it's. So I was like, first try, good enough, got it. And then when I saw it, I'm like, the blood, I'm like, this is fucking perfect. It looks so fucking cool. I couldn't be happier with how this movie fucking looked. And then that was thought of too. When I wrote this, and I was like, how am I gonna do this? I was like, because the last one he goes in the stomach and it cuts to black. I'm like, this one he hits the face, cut to black, and then it opens up with him licking. And you're like, what? And you realize you can still see we're looking through the eyeball that's still alive for another couple seconds, which I think looks rad. The fake blood on the fake dummy stuff, it just would run off like fucking soup, which was very annoying too. But this one looks so cool. The way you can see these bugs flying away and it's delayed like this. That second kill, oh, it's so good. Epic. It looks fucking epic. We're gonna throw up on. I did that 4 times because I was trying to throw up on the eyeball and I missed every fucking time. Every fucking time. So I kept that one. This was a riff I played and I just reversed it. But I love this shot. The 2 eyes that look like an alien, the body sitting in the chair dead, and then me coming up with the mask. And I made a poster out of it. I made multiple posters out of it, but I made this poster. Like, that looks so fucking cool. Made that so fun. This poster I made to look like the creature from the Black Lagoon. This is the first time we hear the zaps in the head too. I don't remember what effects I used. It was a bunch, just different things. Oh, this is funny. I thought about this. I was like, well, what if he's taking on the sins of other people's souls? What would happen? I don't know. I guess you probably have a fever. I put this. This is the one. I did it again, but it looks the best. I did makeup. Made myself look pale, which I think was great. A spray bottle full of really hot water that I sprayed myself to make me look sweaty, and then make me sweat because it was so hot. The thermometer thing was something I thought of the day of, and I went and bought it just for this. I thought that was just a little comic relief. Something's not right with me. Before you say it's eating people, so no shit, you're fucking showing. I don't mean that. Now here we are. So the epic montage. When I decided that I was gonna do the music myself and do everything, it was like Saturday. It was a Saturday, and I remember Saturday night. I wrote like a verse and a chorus of one. I'm like, there you go. But I was like, and I started writing more. And I'm like, that feels like a different song. It doesn't even feel like that one. So then I ended up writing 4 songs lyrically. Like, all right, cool. And then I spent the next week with my guitar, and then I came up with this. That was it. It was a week. Like, it was a one night of writing the lyrics, and then a week. And I wrote more. I cut the full song is on YouTube, but I cut it out for this. But also, it's hard to see because I use this effect. But when I started playing the guitar, I'm holding a severed hand. That's strumming. I don't know if anybody ever picked that up or not. But then I was like, all right, how am I going to do this? I shot it, and then I did it like the black and white stuff because I thought it just looked cooler. I just wanted to look different. I was like, how am I going to? Because originally it was supposed to be a killing montage where it's what he's doing with all the bodies. Is he eating like in the kitchen? There was going to be, and I was like, that doesn't fit now. Like none of this. So I scrapped all that. I have so many body parts of props in my closet that I haven't used. And I'm like, this, how do I do this? I was like, I'll just shoot. I thought, hang the mic from the ceiling. That'll be like the one. And then I just did it 4 times, which the whole song is like 5 minutes long. So I had to just go. There's some parts I'm just like so out of breath and so hot. I was just like, oh, fuck. So that's why I did 4. And then I changed it, made it look like this. Did do the killing. There's a couple kills in it. Because I knew I had more. Oh, also credit to Kyle Newacek from Workaholics and stuff, because there's an episode where he's arguing with Durs, and Durs raises his voice, and Carl in the show, Kyle, says, you want to yell? Let's yell. So when I was writing this song, I was trying to like, I remember I rhymed like with swell, like what rhymes yell, and then I was like, oh, you want to yell? Let's yell. I was like, there we go. So there, shout out to Kyle for that one. Thank you. But like right there, like slitting the throat, I thought, and then I had a squirt bottle just squirting. I was like, oh, that looks fucking cool. The drips of the moor, that was cool. So the happy accident of me, I keep hitting the guy in the face. I kept playing it back the way that edit, I fucked up because I copied one and pasted it on all the rest of something. I thought it was just the look, but it was something else. So it changed some things. Whatever it changed, I was like, that looks fucking cooler than anything I would have done. I'm leaving it. And then I put my jacket. That jacket is from the 1996-1997 season playoff champion M&M's, because I played on M&M Mars candy places in Hackettstown. Look at your bag of M&M's. So we were the season and playoff champions when I was in like middle school, and the jacket still fits fucking, which is hilarious. But I use it because I think I'll just throw some. I just thought it'd be fun. That's really what it comes down to. And I do like it. The very end of the montage, when it gets slow motion, when he's dragging the body and stuff, I decided to slow down the song right there because I just was messing around and I was like, that hits. I think it's cool. I honestly like some of the shit I wrote. Oh, the fire. So the original fire scene. Shot it at my parents' house with the fire. I was supposed to be up next to the fire, and then I was going to wear the costume on like the other side of the fire. And my dad's like, I'll get you a good fire. Boy, did he ever. I couldn't even get near it. It was so hot. The cameras kept turning off because they were getting so hot. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. While I was shooting that and knew it wasn't going to work, I'm like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to put my face really close to the camera and light some candles around it. And I'll like overlap them or something. And so I shot the fire then just to get like, I shot it for like 2 minutes at 2 different angles. Came home and then did that and it worked because I was like, fuck, I can't use this fire stuff. And it was like, this is way better. The sounds you hear, that was originally going to be the sounds of the reptilian god talking. It's my water going down the drain of my tub. I'm like releasing it, unreleasing it, releasing it. And then it didn't really fit. So the voice, him talking, is me saying all the lines and then just reversing it. And I ran it through the monster vocal thing on GarageBand. But like, I think it looks so cool, just a fire face. Like, I think it worked out way better than what I had. Oh, that. So in the bedroom, when I come back, I get pulled against the wall, and I'm held there. I had to put baby oil all over the floor and on my ass, and then that's why this is shot with me on the ground, because I had my leg up like this. So when I pushed myself back, and my reaction is real. I'm like, "Wah!" Because I was just like, "Whoa!" I really went. I just love my bedroom. There's just blood all over the walls and shit. I did makeup there, but you can see it ran into my beard, and you could tell. But that's cool. I think that worked out so fucking cool. And when I first started the scene, before I talked to the reptilian god, I lit candles on the ground that didn't make a fucking difference, that you don't even notice from the angle of that. But so then I moved the candles over to the other side, and now you can see, so that's why all of a sudden it's like orange and lighting in that part. The blood coming out of the mouth was kind of a last minute thing. So I was like, what would happen if they're zapping your brain? You'd probably just start bleeding out of your fucking mouth. All your shit inside would just be. So then it fades, and then there's that riff I came up with. I don't know why. I did it with the pan swirl sound. I don't know. It's like. It sounds like a song though, so I don't know. I probably ripped off so much shit by accident, didn't even realize it. Savage. No. And that's why I like using my parents for stuff too, because I can use birthday cards. So that birthday card was supposed to be like the last birthday card he got from his mom when he was like 12 before she died. So that's why he had it. And then when he sees it fall, he's like, I should go talk to my mom. He actually went before it cuts to the cemetery. He says fuck, but I thought I said fuck so many times in this. I was like, I'm not even gonna play it because that's just my natural reaction to say fuck. So here's the one thing: the cemetery. If nobody ever fucking notices, some people have already. Me walking up is a different cemetery because this one is the one in Hope from Friday the 13th, the original Friday the 13th. Go back and watch it right there. I recreate the shot, except I'm walking into the cemetery. When in Friday the 13th, she's getting dropped off and she walks towards, but that's the Friday the 13th cemetery. I thought of that the last. I was like, fuck it, why not? I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's pay respects to the fucking OG moms. So this, and then when it cuts, this is Hackettstown. This is 6 a.m. There was already a motherfucker out there, goddamn fucking weed whacking, and I was like, goddamn, you can kind of hear it at this point when I'm walking up. The photo booth popped up. The photo booth popped up. I'll take a picture. Sick. Rock and roll. So it's me walking up, talking to my mom, kind of just. I knew, I was like, he goes, because I had to figure out, I'm like, well, if he's doing all this shit, it's like the police obviously know it's like they have to come back around again. So I was like, when he's at the cemetery, I'll have them drive up and just. I had so much shit written, like I cut out a lot of shit even from the script. There was a lot more cop stuff, and I was like, I don't really even feel like doing that stuff. So he gets taken, and then I was like, well, how does he get out? I was like, he goes here, and he'll just throw up a massive amount of blood. They'll take him to the hospital. He'll kill whoever, because when he escapes the hospital and you see him take off his mask, I forgot to get a really good close up, but there's all the black goo in the mask because he obviously killed the person to get the scrubs and shit. Then he goes home, grabs his shit, and then so it worked out. There was more diary footage that I cut out too, because it was kind of being redundant. They're kind of saying the same shit over and over again. But I think right here is one of my sexiest moments. I think my hair looks awesome. It's nice and wet. I look cool in that vest. Also, that vest, that spiked vest, I threw paint on it and everything. I found it on Amazon and bought it, but it's like a WWE wrestler's like vest that they sell, and I'm like, what wrestler? I still don't know to this day. It had the British flag in it, and it had a saying on the back, but I couldn't even read it because the lettering was so weird, and I painted over it. But I still don't know who's like. I don't like what wrestler fucking wore it. I was thinking LA Knight, but I was like, but there's a British. I don't know. Who fucking cares? But if you know, tell me. So yeah, I spit all the blood, which is radical. Again, all right there. I had plastic laid down in towels. I just did that on to make myself laugh. Where he says that he's like, "Hey rookie, get a mop." I'm like, it was just like whatever. It's funny to me, but I think it looks fucking so dope. That's the Hackettstown Hospital. My parents live right next to it, so I walked over. This is actually behind the hospital, up the Willow Grove School parking lot. Right now, I'm in the Willow Grove School parking lot, and there's trees they planted there. Then there's a fence in the hospital, behind the back of the hospitals. So this worked out good because it was dark enough, but I forget why. I wasn't sure if I was going to use this or not. The sounds, I forgot what it sounded. But yeah, oh yeah, and I have the handcuff on me to show us. Like, yeah, there's black shit in the mask there. This was I did it one take, but it took me a lot longer to get the handcuff off than I thought it was gonna take. I was like, come on, get the fucking thing off. But I bought all those scrubs and shit just for that. There's a shot where you can't see really. Here's a fun fact too. When I'm uh, right here, when I'm taking off the scrubs and I take off the vest, I have that fucking cyst on my back. So I was like, I'll just add that into the story. Like, who knows what that could be? I want to get a tattoo so it looks like Belial from Basket Case. I want to get like the face and arms and then have it in a basket. I think that'd be radical. So this is the final ending. I was like, I want to show the lights underneath the chair. I just did that for style points. And the reverb shit. I just love the lights. A bug hit the camera right there. A bug. So I have gas and the thing. I always use gas. I use a lot of the same shit because you can only do so much when you do it by yourself. But this was the hardest thing because in the script it was written, I do everything, but I'm saying the lines. And I was like, I don't want to say it because I'm like, I feel like I need to scream them. And I'm like, I can't be, it's going to take me 100 takes then if I'm screaming them. And I'm on my dad's friend's property. So, and then when aliens always talk to you, if people have been abducted, they say they're telepathic and you just hear the things in your head. So I figured, oh, I'll just have you hear what I'm thinking. Like I'm talking to them, but I'm just in my head. So that's how I came up with this. And I was like, oh, this works way better than me saying the fucking lines. I don't have to worry about fucking with the audio and shit and making it or it sounding like shit. Getting pumped up. I wish I would have kept the gloves on there because it just looks cooler. But that, yeah, I just put cameras on the ground, just kept walking back and forth and added them over to this grass. I think it looks fucking epic. I used the gun again I've used in all the movies. And this time I admit it's a fake gun in this movie. I think this is one of the coolest fucking endings. Just the lights getting brighter. And then it just, the quick cuts, cut. And then the music's just fucking going. I just watched this over and over with my guitar and just kept, I was like, I just gotta get pumped. Come in. That one note, that's me fucking up. I love the way it looks, my beard, the black around it, getting it in the blood coming out of my mouth. It's like, stop fucking doing that! The big reveal of the alien that cost me $260 that my dad painted gray for me because it was more like, have you seen Fire in the Sky? It looked more like that, like beige. But yeah, thankfully it stood up pretty easily. I never really had a problem with it standing up. So the alien, yeah, and oh, the shot. I mean, hold on, that was perfect. But I didn't want to show too much. But I had to show it, and I was just like, well, we'll just go for it and just see. I mean, it's a fucking movie I do by myself. What do you want me to fucking do? But I was like, how do I get the alien to come? Fuck your face. Flip off the alien, of course. Give the alien the finger and slit his fucking throat. I didn't know. I'm like, how do you get the aliens back? Why would they come back if he had a gun to his head? That was when I realized I need to come up with a reason why, and I came up with the soul sacrifice that if he kills himself, the sins will go back to where they came from, and then his soul will live in darkness. I was like, all right, but then still, like, then I was like, with the gun, I was like, why do they know what that is? Like, it would have to be intention that what he's gonna do. Like, they have to know that he actually is gonna kill himself. That's why they're coming because the gun's fake. When they just know it's a fake gun because they're smarter than us. But his intention was true that he really was gonna do it, just not right then. So that's why they showed up. So I think it makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? So he slits the throat, still standing. I'm just holding its feet right there, and then I tip it back. Or no, I think I was holding its head and then I let go. He calls the aliens a dumb fuck. I mean, that's great. Filming outside in the woods at these locations was super sketchy because as soon as, first off, there was always a bear there because the guy's property, he would send me a picture. He's like, hey, watch out. And I'm like, oh, great, there's a fucking bear there. And you just hear shit. You get scared when you're in the woods by yourself. And you start hearing shit. You're like, what the fuck was that? And there was a few times where I was doing shit like laying down like that. And then I'm like, is that footsteps? Like, I literally thought I hear footsteps. And then it's like, you have to listen. You're like, oh, it's the frogs in the pond right there. But your head's like, no, that's footsteps. Like, I was looking where I had the two lights set up. You can't see past it. So I'm looking like, I think somebody's coming. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, scared shitless. So I think it helped, I guess, a little bit. The intention was true. Okay. I didn't know how to end the scene right there, so I was like, all right. And I got up and then I cut it and went to this. But the sounds right there of the smash, the squishing, I've used in other movies, so I use it again because I was like, I don't feel like recreating that. But I love the, I forget how I saw that. Then it's I had to fade it, transition fade it right there because my glasses fell off. And I had to put them on. Vampire Freaks just texted me. That's the pants I'm wearing. They're from Vampire Freaks. I don't think aliens have toes, though. And their hands. I tried not to really show it. But, yeah, I thought, I was like, oh, that's actually a perfect ending. And then he sits on the chair says, save a soul, fist a Martian. And then I write truth in the alien's blood. I originally had it too where when I'm writing that, I taste it and then I throw up again. But I was like, all right, let's just get to the fucking ending. Like, it's save a soul, fist a Martian. I love the sound because I was fucking with the sitar at the end. And when he starts drinking the gas, it sounds like there's a siren because I was fucking around and like I went really high on the guitar. Like I was doing like the string there. Like I just kept doing it. I was like, oh, that sounds so fucking cool. I was like, perfect. That was like once I literally the first try of doing that. I was like, that's the sound. I think it's so epic. I used my head from Art House Loser with the spine in this, The Light on Fire. It's still in my trunk. I gotta get it out. I don't know what my trunk looks like because there's 2 severed heads in my trunk and 2 dummy bodies all bloody. Hopefully I don't get pulled over. This shot, I call it the Evil Dead shot, but I came up high. I came in high. I had that more, but I actually forgot to do it until I got to this point. I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot to do the fucking... So it worked out as a perfect transition between actually me about to light the cigarette, that shot, and then it's the dummy getting lit on fire. Because I was just next to the dummy after dumping lighter fluid on it, and I kind of just lit it. So it worked out, but I wanted to do more shots up and like flying like that. I think it's epic, though. And then the fucking fire. I love that you can see the end of the cigarettes lit, though. It's like the cigarette did light. But that does look like me. That dummy house. I don't know what happens if you die, if you can even still talk, if you're in the universe. But I figured if you kill your idol, stack the bodies, burn the pile. Save the scene, kill your idols, stack the bodies, burn the pile. Yeah, I like that. So, in Our House Loser, the shirt I wear says the Taint Slaves. That was the first band I made up, the name. And then when I did this movie, I was like, we'll do the Galactic Ass Eaters of San Luis Obispo instead. And then when it came time to do the music, I was like, should I write it as I should be the Taint Slaves because I love that name. And I was like, no, let's go with the other name. So that's why the Galactic Ass Eaters are here for good now. But yeah, that's the behind the scenes chat. This is 55 minutes long. My fucking God. I looked a lot at the computer. I don't know if you can see. I probably fucked this all up, but I tried to explain. There's still so much because I already forget this. When I do these movies, like this movie from 8 months from start to finish. It's just like I'm in this fucking bubble, no pun intended. Like I'm just in this bubble, and then as soon as I get out, as soon as the movie's like finally released, it's already just like because as soon as the movie was done, I started writing songs, and I released 3 Galactic Gas Eater demos now. So I was already like I just jumped something else. So I'm already just like I forget like what the fuck even. And the movie's only been out for a week now, but this is an hour and fucking. This is 55 minutes long. You want to come and say hi, Lem, real quick? If you watched the movie and you watched this, thank you. You're a fucking real one.